There's something going on between Rashida and Pastor Jeff.
Jeff is busy with the church, and I get put on the back burner a lot.
I don't know what to do to please you.
You make time for everything else but your family. You don't care for me anymore. You don't. You don't.
I cannot lose you.
Tyler Perry's divorce Sistas Geneva is losing control. Rashida saves Laz. Rashida immediately uses Narcan to revive Laz while emergency responders are called to the house. The situation is intense because only moments earlier, Jeff and Rashida were dealing with their already complicated family problems, and now they are facing what could have been the death of their child. When the paramedics arrive, they notice something suspicious near Laz. Rashida instinctively reaches toward it, but she is warned not to touch anything. That small moment adds even more realism to an already frightening scene, because everyone suddenly realizes they may not know exactly what Laz was exposed to. But the biggest question remains unanswered. What exactly happened to Laz? Laz finally tells his parents the truth. Once Laz is awake, Jeff immediately wants answers. Rashida is concerned but tries to keep Jeff from becoming too aggressive because, despite everything that happened, their son nearly died. At first, Laz insists that he only smoked marijuana, but eventually, the truth starts coming out. The substance apparently contained fentanyl. That changes everything. Laz reveals that he got the drugs through someone connected to the church, and he isn't the only teenager who may have received them. When Rashida asks for names, Laz initially refuses because he doesn't want to be labeled a snitch. Jeff then makes the seriousness of the situation crystal clear. Laz has to decide who he is more afraid of, the people supplying the drugs or his own father. And that is when Laz finally agrees to cooperate. But the biggest revelation is still waiting for the family. Jeff realizes his protection may have backfired. One of the strongest parts of the episode comes when Jeff explains why he has always been so protective of Laz. Jeff grew up with an abusive father who struggled with alcoholism and treated members of the family terribly. His siblings also ended up struggling with addiction, leaving Jeff constantly waiting for the phone call that one of them had died. Jeff made a promise to himself that the generational cycle would end with him. He wanted to give his son the exact opposite childhood. But there is a painful twist. In trying so hard to protect Laz from the dangers of the outside world, Jeff may have unintentionally created another kind of pressure for his son, and Laz finally gets the chance to explain exactly what that pressure feels like. Laz doesn't want to be the preacher's son. Laz explains that being the son of a pastor comes with expectations that most teenagers never have to deal with. People at church already have an idea of who he is supposed to become. They expect him to follow his father's footsteps, behave perfectly, and eventually become a preacher himself. But Laz doesn't want to be treated like a future pastor. He simply wants to be normal. That conversation allows Jeff to understand something important. Laz isn't necessarily rebelling against his parents. He is struggling under the weight of expectations that come with being their son. And then the episode takes that emotional conversation somewhere much darker. That's all for today. We will see you next time.